Good day. My name is Osman Yasin. I am a member of Team Nibble and we will be doing the final presentation for our informatics third year project. We all know the devastating effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many of us may have suffered grievous personal losses. However, the effects of this unprecedented global crisis span far beyond the confines of our healthcare systems. Moreover, this presentation will particularly focus on the impact that the pandemic has had on the South African education system.
In South Africa, where we have seen almost 3 million cases and deaths on the greater side of 80,000, schools have been forced to close for several months to curb the spread of this devastating virus. The vaccination program has been plagued with multiple hurdles, and the slow rollout has seen medical experts predicting further COVID-19 infection peaks. About 500,000 students have reportedly dropped out of school in the past 16 months, and further COVID-19 peaks will likely see these problems compounded. The reasonable solution appears to be a switch to blended learning approaches which straddle online and classroom teaching, which complies with safe COVID-19 practices, and so a pressing need for sophisticated yet simple and reliable online teaching platforms and solutions has been exposed. This is where our software solution, BetterLearn, comes in to ameliorate the condition of the current teaching and learning process.
I'm Jack, the admin. I will be able to manage all subjects, teachers, students, and guardians, as well as their respective relationships and associations. Communicating the school's announcements and managing the calendar falls under my responsibilities, and as such, I have access to these functionalities and features on my portal. There are widgets on my homepage which provide me with immediate information and a quick access to some of the more often used functionality. I can customize these widgets by reordering them to match my preferences. To demonstrate, I'll start by managing subjects. As you can see, all the subjects taught at the school are displayed on this table. Let me show you how one would go about creating a new subject. The simplicity in adding a new subject to the system makes this process a good experience. Since economics is newly introduced, it has no teachers and students assigned to it, so let's change that. Just as Miss Anthony has been assigned to the subject economics, the converse is possible. In other words, economics may be assigned to Miss Anthony from the teachers page. The same is true for linking students to subjects and linking guardians to students. This flexibility gives me the liberty to choose the approach I find more intuitive. As the admin, I would often need a collection of users or items such as subjects that I'm managing, and this is where the export functionality comes in handy. Say I would like to export a list of all the students with their respective details for statistics purposes or other admin duties. I simply click on the export button on the students page to download a CSV file. Some tasks, such as adding many new students and guardians onto the system, or even compiling reports or financial statements for large groups, can be very tedious and repetitive. This is why we have the much needed import functionality, which performs the task of adding a collection of users with their respective details onto the system. To show you how this works in practice, I will add a list of new parents onto the system by selecting a file to import. John Cena has children that are on the system, and I am going to assign his children to him. Lastly, let me make an announcement. This announcement can be sent to a specific grade, class, or subject, but in this instance, I would rather send it to the whole school since everyone is welcome.
Finally, that all the boring admin is done, let's get to the teacher's portal where all the serious functionality takes place. Upon signing in, a teacher is greeted with a bright and colorful dashboard that is custom tailored to the individual teacher's preferences. The left side displays a summarized view of all the upcoming class sessions, recent homework that the teacher has posted, and any recent assessments that the teacher can mark across all the subjects that the teacher teaches. The right side of the dashboard user interface displays a grid of custom widgets such as announcements, calendar, to-do list, and for any concerns or updates the teacher might have for the parents regarding the students, we have developed a widget which allows for seamless one-way communication from the educator to the guardians. Everything that the teacher would need, including the subjects that the teacher teaches, homework and assessments, is readily available from the left side navigation bar. If we click on a subject and navigate to a specific subject, it will direct us to the subjects page. As you can see, the following page has obviously been designed with simplicity in mind, and a teacher can easily navigate between making calendar events with deadlines for the specific subject. There is even a content center which teachers may use to upload additional learning aids or content to assist their students. For this demonstration, Ms. Anthony would like to post homework for her students. All homework posts are in the form of a blog post with a title, a body, as well as any additional materials that the teacher thinks would be useful for completing the homework. When attaching a resource, the teacher can attach an existing resource from the resource center or create a new one, which is what we will be doing now. Once we have finished creating our homework, the teacher now needs to create an assessment that the students are required to do in conjunction with the homework. When creating a quiz, Ms. Anthony can choose a window time in which the student must complete the quiz. We will give the student a 2-hour window time submission starting from now. However, once the quiz is started, they are only allowed 1 hour to complete the assessment. The teacher is given the ability to create a new quiz which consists of basic questions such as multiple choice and a question which requires a typed out response. However, for this demonstration, we will choose an existing quiz that the teacher has created previously. Assessments can also be marked from here. However, I will not be marking now. I'll come back later when the submission deadline has ended.
The primary use of this digital learning platform is the student. Does that make me the star of the show? Anyways, upon entry, I'm greeted with the homepage, which places an emphasis on the homework, assessments, and collaborative online classes. The bottom navigation bar allows me to see all the work that I have to do on a per day basis, monitor each individual subject, as well as view my schedule or browse the resource center for additional learning materials. Moving to the home page, it appears that I have a class today. Although I can join the class from the subjects page, it is more convenient to join it from the home page. Collaborative classes are made by my teachers and the class is private.
Rest assured that the class sessions we have are safe and secure, as no unwanted guests will be allowed to join from other grades.
Due to the nature of communication, the collaborative class is similar to on-site learning, as I can ask my teacher questions by voice or by text in real time.
Anyways, let's continue with class.
I have a history homework, so let me do it in your presence. I value the homework that I'm assigned as it keeps me engaged with the new concepts that I have recently learned. My teacher was kind enough to attach additional material that can be downloaded and viewed for later use to prepare for the upcoming assessment. And when I'm done with the homework, I can mark it as done so that it can stop showing up on my home page. Let me hurry up and get done with the assessment, as there's a short window of opportunity within which I can complete it. The assessment is only available on the web application due to integrity reasons and an easy-to-use assessment experience, with potential for assessments to be proctored in the future. If the assessment had been entirely multiple choice, the marks would have been available immediately after the submission. However, marks are not the only way I can monitor my academic progress. The stats page also summarizes my progress in a graphical manner via charts. The bar graph lets me view my average results for each subject and allows me to see how I compare to my grade. The subject progress and the projected subject progress lets me view my progress for an individual subject across the assessments completed for those subjects, with the projected subject progress predicting my future result based on current results. Anyways, I think I have worked more than enough for the day, so now it's time for a well-deserved break.
Welcome back. I am back as the deadline for the assessment has just ended. Let me mark it in your presence and release his mark. The quiz can be easily marked as option-based questions are automatically marked by the system, leaving the teacher to only mark the questions that require a typed-out response from their students.
Those were excellent demonstrations of the student, teacher, and admin portals, especially the student and teacher portals that provide them with the features and tools necessary to carry out their daily tasks more efficiently. However, as a parent, what do I get from the BetterLearn experience? Well, first of all, a parent would like to know about any homework that their children have left to do, as well as keep track of their children's assessments and test results. Having said that, most parents are not always sitting in front of a computer screen, and using the website of a mobile browser may be cumbersome, which is where the BetterLearn mobile guardian portal comes in. Once I log in, I am shown the activities of my children at the school. The first thing that I see after logging in is any currently active classes that my children should be attending, with a tiny red indicator on the top left indicating that the class is currently live. I can also see any homework and assessments that my children are left with to do. The Work tab allows me to view the work each of my children have to do on a day-by-day basis, letting me know what I have to do for today, as well as any work due in the upcoming days. From this tab, I can easily filter the information presented on the home page down to an individual child, and it seems like the Leon has some homework that she still has to do. Sometimes a teacher may need to communicate with an individual parent. The current cumbersome process for this is a letter in a communication book for the primary school kids, or a phone call from the office, and due to COVID, it may even be a private message over WhatsApp. To make this a lot more convenient and safer, we have a communications feature built right into the app. This is the primary way a teacher may communicate with parents, and since the conversations are only one way, teachers will not be harassed for work or assistance by parents, or even sneaky kids using their parents' phones. It seems as if I've been called for a meeting with regards to Carly's performance. I really hope it's not all bad news. And that concludes the BetterLearn product demo. We at Team Nubble really hope you enjoyed our presentation, and thank you for your time.